on up. Looks like everything's booted on up. Give me a moment to turn the live chat windows. And my macros. Okay, that's all online. Everything's booting on up. We'll just double check my computer. And looks like that's all good to go. And I think everything is good to go, so let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grid here for another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Small on the south side as the, which color this one is, as the Azure asteroid Olaf. We've got deep memeing value. That's it. I don't know why I kept my voice up like that. You know how you change your cadence depending if you're on the middle or the end of the word? Yep. It's on the north side as the Blue Moon Eagle. We've got No One's a Galater fan. Either way, let's go and get started. This is a 3-base map, 1 airport, technically 1 seaport. That's primarily meant for repairs. Important to be careful with fighting against Olaf, since he can do some global damage. We'll try to get the refueling before he pops it. And hopefully get the next refueling after he pops the second one to avoid the extra repairs. Both players do also start with some black boats and missiles instead of the map. Forgot to mention as well, there's also a pair of comm towers per person. One comm tower in the corner protected by anti-aircraft. And another pair of comm towers in the center, in which you can do with a bit of spotting on this comm tower here with T-copters and battlecopters. Mexico's getting first strike here. We do have an early T-copter by Eagle. Olaf just captured his airport. Artillery, double infantry. The artillery may be used to hit the pipe scene, or maybe used to hit the anti-aircraft. Does not pop out the infantry outside this T-copter. Feels so wrong. There it goes. I heard a bunch of captures there. Right now I'm probably going to be drinking quite a bit of fluids during this match and during the stream, due to the fact that right now it's 95 degrees outside and 80% or 90% humidity. It's a hot, humid, sticky day. And even though I've been constantly drinking fluids, I'm pretty sure I've been dehydrated this entire day. Artillery piece does get dropped next to the anti-air piece, and it is also in range of the pipe seam here, so this is interesting. Tank here deployed out, which has 3 visions, so was able to spot this anti-air piece. This anti-air has no reason to go right there, so it will be shot by the artillery piece. He could may follow up with a mech next turn. Does interrupt this capture here. Artillery piece here as well. And the missile is here. The missile knows that, or nowhere it's not. Double tap there, the double recon, sort of missed the double recon, been drinking too many fluids. Does get trapped there. Shells the anti-air piece. Could go for infantry, it does go for mech, which has equal distance here, so if the anti-air decides to push right there, the mech can easily pick it off. If it stays right there, the artillery will pick it off. Oh, that recon does get a strike on the infantry unit there, putting it down 1 health, entering the capture early. Is that considered interrupting capture if it hasn't even started capturing something? Either way, we do have Olaf has 1 comm tower, Eagle has 0 at the moment. Artillery, tank, and infantry. Interrupts a capture there. Capture that city there. Mech. He did actually move the Antier right there. And the mech will, of course, easily finish off. So the mech was an excellent call. Tank, mech, and infantry. Both players do have a T-copter, so mechs can easily be forward deployed. Does strike that infantry unit. Anti-air infantry and recon. Artillery is in position to shell this pipe seam. This infantry unit there, but does manage to stay out of range of the artillery piece. Hits that infantry unit as well. Artillery piece pushes forward. Forward deploys a mech. Starts flipping that comm tower now. Infantry, medium tank, and infantry. Medium tank's always nice to see, unless you're fighting against one. Does hit some of the infantry units there, picks them all off. This has 8 capture progress remaining and it has 6 health, so will not be able to capture it next turn. Picks off that unit there. Got a nice little wall from the artillery piece. Tank in reserve. Shells the artillery piece. Recon does shoot the pipe seam as well. Mech, infantry, and tank. Right now it's 18,000 for 17,000 income, so Olaf has an income advantage and has a better field deployment as well. Tank does hit the recon in range. The artillery piece does get trapped. Finish off that unit there. And does potentially save this infantry unit from being wiped out next turn. Interrupts this capture of medium tank infantry forward. Tank, tank, and infantry. Oh, I see your YouTube message, but didn't pop up properly. Because I forgot to hit this button. Yep. Couple Heroes 1's on Thursdays. Does shell the tank there. Does take out the tank there. We do have a lightning drive as well as a blizzard available. Anti-air or battlecopter, mech, and artillery. Does hit the infantry unit there. Olaf's turn with the infantry unit there. Tank can hit the tank, but of course the artillery's in a good position. Mech can take out some infantry units, but that's about it. Tank infantry gets forward deployed. With that lander there, he's able to forward deploy units a bit more easily. And looks like Eagle's lander up here is quite low on fuel, so probably should get refueled relatively soon. Mech, anti-air, and recon. Does hit in that infantry unit twice. Hits the mech. Artillery is in range. Hits the mech there, knocking it out. Tank will strike the mech, not the artillery, but the tank will strike the artillery. Neo tank. Pipe seam down. Infantry. Neo tank and another infantry. Yep. Good capture there. Interrupts the capture. Hits that infantry unit there. 3 Alpha artillery does not take a shot against the tank nor the anti-air. Excuse me, anti-air. And this missile has been constantly been repaired on up. Oh, does get trapped there. And since this missile has been repaired up quite a significant amount, it can start shooting down aircraft. And Eagle, he is fighting against Eagle, and Eagle tends to go for aircraft. He's of course the aircraft specialist. Mech is starting to capture up this comm tower. Tank, and recon. Lander's down to 27 fuel. Couple captures there. Olaf does have the 2 comm towers. Eagle has not captured this one just yet. Does get trapped there. Tank will hit the recon. Medium tank takes a strike against the black boat. Black boat gets... Oh! I was not paying attention to the superpower. Pops a very early Winter Fury because he double tapped the black boat. That's interesting. And Eagle could get a lightning strike next turn, but would not be a good idea. It's probably best for him to hold out till next turn, so he doesn't have to fight in the snow. I think as well, he did get it before the lander got refueled as well, so he's going to have to get that repaired. Or someone build a black one and get a 1 health repair and refuel. It's not a good idea. Eagle's supposed to rotating around, the snow will slow him down. Tank, and infantry. Tank does hit the tank. Tank hits the artillery. Does strike the black boat there. Yep, it is the light blue versus darkish blue, I think. New tank does strike the regular tank there. Artillery. Oh, ooh! The transport gets trapped with infantry unit inside. I'm pretty sure he can't dismount it. Does hit the tank there. Okay, he still can. I was always get advanced wars by webs. Transports simply just work differently. We do, of course, have the lightning strike available. It could be popped this turn. Does hit the slime. Battlecopter recon, keeping 3,000 bank so he can go for triple infantry afterwards. Shells the artillery piece, hits the infantry unit twice, but loses that coin flip. Wins it that time. Tank hits tank. Medium tank, of course, is revealed. So this regular tank could be struck next turn. Hit this infantry unit here. Battlecopter will get a good strike in the tank. Tank will hit infantry. Neo tank nukes recon. Or maybe not. Or 1 health artillery does manage to finish it off. Infantry. Olaf still pretty much has an income advantage. Equal in turn of 130. Olaf has 126 as day-to-day because he's player 2. He has about a 15,000 fund advantage, so basically half turn. Still a couple problems, still despicably neutral, like this city here and here. Artillery, mech, battlecopter, and infantry. Anti-air strike the battlecopter. He used the artillery to shell the anti-air and not the medium tank, interesting. Hasty lightning strike pop. Olaf got a full charge for it as well. Yeah, after now pacing a full charge. His next Winter Fury is almost available, and he has the income advantage. I can see that. Anti-air, tank, and infantry. Of course, that artillery's in range. I don't think he's going to be able to soften it up other than through Winter Fury. Winter Fury's, of course, been summoned. Does finish off that anti-air. A number of these units are actually 1% health, like the missile and the artillery, and its recon. Goes for another mech. Ready to boost this mech forward with the teacup, looks like. Does strike the artillery piece, and the Neo tank does rotate over here. And that later's been constantly used for boosting, is not refueled it. Does tap the medium tank there. The artillery, once again, does not shell the medium tank, but did show the artillery here, but it's not a bad target. And the missile will be able to shoot down these battlecopters. The missile knows where it's at, or knows where it's not. Lightning drive is now available. It does hit the artillery. Medium tank does strike the recon. Does get a bit trapped there. Battlecopter, infantry, and anti-air. Tank does hit the tank. Tank hits the tank. Hits the infantry unit. Neo tank city hops. Medium tank could get a good shot into it, but it'll be fighting against 3 defense stars, minus 20%. Oops. Recon, infantry, and battlecopter. And the missile claims another battlecopter kill, so this missile has now paid for itself, or at least paid for its repairs. After all, that basically was a little over 10,000, like 10,800 if my offhand math is incorrect. Took out 2 battlecopters, which they were both damaged, but that should be above 12,000. So repairing up that missile was a good call, not to mention gives them some mid-turn momentum, or mid-game momentum. At least deny his opponent's momentum. Medium tank, double infantry, so got another medium tank to the field. So Olaf is now up to 3 medium tanks. Or no, he actually has 4. Yep. I can't count right now. Does interrupt the capture. Takes out some outlying units there. This medium tank is in range of the Neo tank, just needs a clearer path. T-copter's down to 26 fuel, Lander's down to 21 fuel, A-tier infantry. So with the pipe seem destroyed, he doesn't need too much boosting from the lander, so he's just using it as a basic boost. Does interrupt the capture. And the T-copter could get shot down by the missile. Does hit that tank there, finish it off, bit overkill. Finish that one off, that was at 1% health. Resupplies. Will the missile shoot down the T-copter? It is in vision range. Will he realize he can shoot down the T-copter? Neo tank infantry. Nope, he did not shoot down the T-copter with the missile. I think he just didn't realize he could actually shoot it down. It was in vision. Neo tank strikes the medium tank. For a good amount of damage, to say the least. Though we could see a lightning strike this turn. Does the unit there. Probably a good turn for a lightning strike. His opponent almost has a Winter Fury. That was probably a lightning strike. Right now he is quite far down behind. 171 versus 125, not excluding the fact that Olaf doesn't have his day-to-day income yet. Neo tank runs away, keeps it safe, which maybe not a bad idea, honestly. Does hit the mech there, does hit the anti-air, hits the, not anti-air, battlecopters. Winter Fury is now available. Oh, Eagle go from 128 down to 98. Oof. Olaf is in good position there. Battlecopter within the minimum range of the missile. Anti-air, mech, anti-air, and resupply tank. Relatively short turn. 160,000 versus 92. About a, what, 3-turn advantage? Both players are at 22,000 income. Does hit the artillery there. A-tier double infantry. And also he'll keep 8,000 in bank, which could give him a chain of Neo tanks, barring all the repairs he's probably going to be eating next turn. Mech does finish off the 7 health, 8 here. Takes out the recon and tank there. Neo tank pushing forward, medium tank pushing over the right. Battlecopter, tank, infantry, and recon. Recon, battlecopter, and infantry. Keeping 4,000 monies in bank. Neo tank will get a good first strike on the medium tank, and battlecopter will finish it off. However, we do have a medium tank and mechs in range. It may be a good idea to sack a mech before sending the medium tank in. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Even just getting 1 point damage would greatly help with the medium tank. Does take out that recon. Resupplies the artillery. Oh, no, the medium tank does not push forward to hit the Neo tank. Infantry, anti-air, and battlecopter. Interrupts the capture, stops, doesn't actually stop it. That T-copter's almost out of fuel. T-copter's down 6 fuel, it cannot reach an airport. And he doesn't have a black boat down here, wouldn't he be able to reach that as well? I don't think he won't be able to reach out to sea if there's going to be a black boat. Lander's down to 17 fuel. Oops. Anti-air, infantry, battlecopter, and infantry. Another lightning drive available. Does finish off the 1% anti-air who will withstand 3 blizzards. Probably just one guy left in that crew. Takes out the T-copter there. It was basically out of fuel. Rocket, anti-air infantry. Rocket may be a little bit too slow. He has the advantage. More mobile assets probably be a little bit better, such as tanks and neo tanks. I don't think a rocket is a great idea. Does take out, hit the anti-air. Plum is also going rocket. He's fighting against Eagle. Lightning Strike is easily able to close the distance on those units. Infantry, tank, T-copter, and infantry, keeping 8,000 funds in the bank. He has good hits there. Battlecopter does strike the battlecopter. Pretty close to another Winter Fury and Lightning Strike, but I think the Lightning Strike will be deployed at first. Battlecopter, recon, mech, and tank. Does get some good hits there. Neo tank does strike the medium tank. Eagle's very close to a superpower. There we go. Lightning Strike is available, but he doesn't really have any heavy assets to really deal with a Neo tank or a medium tank over here. One battlecopter is nice and all, but not a perfect unit. Does hit the anti-air twice. Hits the Neo tank. 6 health Neo tank hits the 7 health Neo tank. 6 health tank, take out that one. Medium tank does go down. Hits the mech. Does get trapped there. Infantry, and tank. Ending turn 114 versus Olaf's 128 with his day-to-day income. So he's definitely called out the diffs quite a bit, but 114 would turn into 86. Missile destroys the battlecopter. Artillery strikes the anti-air. Battlecopter hits battlecopter. Battlecopter, anti-air, and recon with another infantry. Infantry, and anti-air. This does fall back, low on ammo. It's gotten a lot of shots off, to say the least. Infantry, battlecopter, and anti-air. And this lander has not been refueled once. 13 fuel. Eagle does go for bomber now. His Neo-Tank horse down to 3 health. He may pull back to an airport, not airport, to a city get repaired. Infantry, 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 and of course the bomber. Recon straightforward, spot some infantry. That city will be flipped. That one will be interrupted. Infantry, artillery, infantry, and battlecopter. Does get a good hit there on the battlecopter. Battlecopter gets shot down. Tank, recon, infantry. Does hit some of those units there. The missile here could be useful shooting down the bomber. All depends if it gets the first strike or not. Or a strike, I should say, at least. Tank, battlecopter, double infantry. Instead of 191 versus 112, so has a pretty good turn advantage. Bomber sees the rocket and the missile. Wait, is he in range? Nope, he is not in range. After all, the missiles on Advanced Warspite Web and Dual Strike only has 5 range. I'm used to the Days of Ruin one, which has 6 range, which actually makes it very usable. Recon, double infantry, another battlecopter. Oh, gets trapped. It's that unit, that recon there. And one thing that Olaf could do is pop a blizzard. Now, of course, reduce the movement speed of the bomber in half, so the missile could try hunting it down, or the anti-air. There is actually an argument to be made that a blizzard on this turn wouldn't be half bad. Battlecopter hits the Neo-Tank. Medium tank infantry decide not to go for a blizzard. Recon here can push forwards and spot the rocket, but it'll be a pretty good bait for the missile. Plus, we've seen the anti-air there as well. Probably not a good idea to sack a 22,000 value unit to hit a 15,000. Bomber finds the Neo-Tank and will shoot it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anti-air is in range of the bomber. Just needs a clear path. Anti-air, battlecopter, infantry, and recon. And the bomber doesn't get shot down, but will allow the Winter Fury. Does put the bomber down to 1% health, so any small bit of chip damage will take him out. Recon, infantry, and medium tank. Does hit that recon twice. Infantry, infantry, and battlecopter. Neo-Tank, infantry, and infantry. Eagle's Lightning Strike could be popped this turn. Does get some good hits there. Hits the battle copter. It's the capture squad. 1 health bomber does get trapped, but it's a 1 health bomber, or should I say 1% bomber. Helicopter, artillery, double infantry. Does take out the recon. Hits that infantry unit there. Bomber shot down. Does get the lightning strike available, and this new tank is at 7 health, now 9 health. Olaf is 184 versus 113. Eagle needs to get a lot of good work done. Does take a battle copter. Neo tank hits regular tank. No lightning strike. And Olaf could pop a blizzard to slow down the lightning strike. There is legitimate argument for a blizzard since it would reduce his opponent's movement speed for a lightning strike, dissuading him from going for it. And see how many battlecrafts Eagle has in the sky. Getting hit by a blizzard would actually cause some issues. Lander is down to 1% health. Down to 6 fuel, so can no longer reach harbor. Pulls back a little bit on the flank, maybe trying to regroup some forces, and if opponent pushes too far forward, you can hit a nice lightning strike. Let's take our regular tank there, but Eagle right now is losing too many units on the flanks. Infantry, APC, tank, and battlecopter. Tank, infantry, and battlecopter. Does show the recon there. It's an infantry unit there. Picks off a tank with the rocket. Olaf's missile is still alive. And there is a good number of battlecopters over here. Eagle's turn. Lightning strike is available. Does hit our recon. Does hit a regular tank or anti-air there. Neo tank will be able to connect enough swift with lightning strike. Does see the medium tank. Battlecopters hits the infantry units there. Battlecopter hits the medium tank and does spot the rocket. So I'm feeling there's going to be a lightning strike next turn. That will take out both, medium tank and rocket. Goes for bomber as well. Has enough monies for 3 more infantry. Does get a hit on the medium tank there. Does get the rocket. Another Winter Fury is available. Eagle goes from 148,000 to 113. Olaf is still at 179 of his day-to-day funds. He effectively has 200,000. So Olaf's still in a commanding position. Battlecopter, of course, is still alive, but due to the snow, it won't be able to run away from the anti-airs. Now thinking about it, was this missile in range of one of those battlecopters? There's a battlecopter that was right here, right? No, it was right there. Does hit some outlying infantry there. Artillery here will be able to shovel in the medium tanks. Anti-air can hit the battlecopter. Shells the infantry unit there, hits the battlecopter. Tank hits the anti-air. Bomber slowly advancing. Battlecopter hits the battlecopter. Battlecopter, tank, recon, and infantry. Does get some good hits over here. Anti-air will go down, artillery goes down. It feels like Olaf is basically winning the game right now. He was in a good position this entire game, but Eagle's losing quite a bit and even more. He's going to be fighting against 200,000. He doesn't have 100,000 in turn. 91. Does hit the anti-air twice, but once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like the battlecopter's in range of the missile. That missile has been very effective this entire game. Now there's 2 battlecopters in range of that same missile. Takes one of them out. The other anti-air is in range. Neo-tank hits Neo-tank. Yep, and I have a feeling that this is pretty much game over. Does get trapped with 1 health battlecopter. Artillery, tank, battlecopter, and mech. Bomber does find the medium tank, takes it out. Artillery, and battlecopter. Anti-air does find the bomber, knocks it out. And we got an HQ capture starting. A lightning strike could interrupt the capture. This tank is in range. Just be careful about the potential roadblock there. But will force a response, and using a tank to engage infantry unit when you have very little value in the field is not great. So even if Olaf gets interrupted, it's going well. That lander finally got sunk. It does go ahead and get sunk to the bottom of the shore. And it's outright resigns now. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Before I get started next replay, I do need your restroom. Please give me a moment. Apologies, I am back. Let's see now. On to replay that was submitted to me. Let's see. Bring this down. expand. Expand. And there we go. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn right side as a black hole Von Bolt, we got Rice Muncher. Spawn left side as the Yellow Comet Hawk, we got McDonald's. When it comes to this map, it looks like it is a 3-base map. I haven't cast this map before. HQ's off the beaten path, which could be rushed down. Not exactly sure. T-copter, or not T-copter, airport here. Base on this side as well. There is a seaport and plenty of shores there, so this infantry unit can easily get over here as quickly as possible. 3 health missiles, not much, but could be parked in HQ for extra repairs. Well, it does also provide some good vision at least. Comm towers in the corners. And, yep, comm towers are definitely contestable. And also, a Hachi player can plow a pipe run on that city to get on top of this pipe scene. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. Not sure how this game will go. Now thinking about it, Von Bolt's Ex Machina could lock down 2 of these bases. So maybe, and also the possible airport here. If the Ex Machina land here will hit airport and a base, here Ex Machina can hit 2 bases on the seaport, who's only going to be used to repair this black boat. Tank and infantry, so recon versus tank now. Another tank and a base, commits a base skip for Von Bolt. Recon double infantry. A lot of shores and roads here. In fact, this area is nearly perfectly traversable by wheeled units, such as the recon. Recon looks it does have vision, does not have vision that tank. A lot of woods here now, I was looking at it as well, so there's going to be a lot of hiding spots. Mech artillery infantry. Recon tank and infantry. Anti-air artillery and infantry. Anti-air tank and infantry. Up north, multiple recons here. One of the recons could start pushing forward. Tank here. So maybe actually though, this recon is out of range of everything. So if double tap infantry, this artillery will still be perfectly safe. But we do have another tank over here, so this infantry could go down and this tank could strike the artillery. Black boat here could repair up the missile. Got a battlecopter in the field now as well. Mech infantry gets pushed forward. Tank artillery and recon. Does hit that infantry unit twice. In range, the artillery hits that infantry unit twice. And now the artillery will get struck and flanked and struck as well. Von Bolt has quite an army in the center, that is definitely for sure. Hawk has forces down on the flanks, but lacking a lot of stuff in the center. And of course, we've got this sea tile there, but there's plenty of tiles for this tank to rotate around and hit it, but that would be going in by himself. He needs perhaps a battlecopter. There's anti-air and battlecopter in this region. This anti-air could just fall back to one of these forests to stay out of vision range. Comm Tower is trying to be captured up by Hawk as well. Vulnerable's already captured this comm tower up here. Does displace it. Jump capture, or whatever you want to call it. And forward deploys the teams there, so he has an adequate wall to capture this comm tower. So there's a possibility where Hawk could get both comm towers, but this one's not likely immediately. Artillery or infantry, battlecopter, and tank. Nice thing about Hawk's 3 health anti-air or missile, he should try to keep it alive as best he can. After all, when Black Sword can start healing it up. And once you get to, what, 7 health, then it can start reliably one-shotting battlecopters. Nope. Infantry unit finds and picks it off. Oop, sorry, I hit my microphone pretty hard right there. That was a dead missile. Comm tower up north does get captured by Hawk. Von Bolt does not have a comm tower at the moment. A couple units down south interrupts the capture. Double anti-air and infantry. Recon hits infantry. Infantry hits infantry. Battlecopter hits tank. Battlecopter hits infantry. Anti-air is in range of one of them, but that 3 health missile is down, so that's not going to be as useful. Does hit the recon. Mech, 5 health mech could be healed up by a black coat and then get a shot on this tank, then let the regular tank get a shot from the city. Yeah, I think it would be a good idea to sack the mech after a bit of repair, and then let this tank get a boost or a good strike from the city. Or hits the battlecopter first, does not take it out, in which this infantry unit may be able to take out that tank. Anti-air hits battlecopter, then that will allow the tank to hit the anti-air. Hope recon using it. 5 health, still can get some good chunk out of that battlecopter there. And this tank is in range of this anti-air. Some of these infantry units are going to be shelled. And there's also 2 tanks in reserve here, so Von Bolt's going to have a good turn next turn down south. Almost enough for a black wave, which could be useful. Does hit the tank up north twice. Battlecopter can still be hit by the battlecopter. We also got the anti-air. This battlecopter hit the battlecopter. And looks like Hawk will have both comm towers next turn. Neo tank double infantry. Does capture comm tower first. Very good. Flips trying to flip the city. Recon hits infantry. Hits the battlecopter. Hits the infantry unit twice. Tank hits tank. Tank hits tank. Black wave could have softened up for that. Battlecopter hits tank. Its anti-air is out of range and vision range. Medium tank infantry in infantry. Battlecopter hits battlecopter. Black Storm is now available. We could see Ex Machina. Ex Machina will very much likely strike right here. Or right here. Ex Machina was struck. It definitely struck right here, leaving 2 bases free. Vulnerable in turn of 128 versus 88. Like I said, did strike right there. Black Storm will be very useful to help recovering that health. Goes to 95 versus 98. Drastically evens this out, though, and Hawk with his day-to-day income has a slight advantage now. Does pick up the infantry in there. Anti-air strikes infantry. Tank hits recon. Recon hits artillery. Battlecopter, infantry, and anti-air. Neo-tank hits the recon twice. We're gonna flip the comp tower, take 2 more turns. And right now, Hawk is lacking quite a bit up north, so this comp tower will be going down. But there is a possibility where Hawk can start flipping this HQ. This infantry can continue this flip. But this infantry can start making its way towards this HQ. Infantry and infantry. Flips the city, 22,000 versus 20,000 income now. Looks like these units are pulling back. With the fog of war, he doesn't realize how good a position he's actually in. Mech, recon, battlecopter, and infantry. Anti-air artillery and infantry. Bomber, triple infantry. Bomber could be very helpful to move this up north. This missile's back up here, soon to be at 7 health. Did flip the comm tower. Tank, double infantry. Shells infantry unit there, interrupts that capture. Bomber making its way up north. 5 health missile here. Right now, Hawk feels like he's in a great position up north. This bomber is able to hopefully take out the Neo-tank one shot. I'm half wanting to see this missile get a shot on the bomber. Does not visually see the bomber just yet. Recon, double infantry. Does get some good hits there, takes out the infantry there. Medium tank does strike the artillery. Bomber strikes the Neo tank and within the minimum range of the missile. So it could be double tapped by the anti-airs. Both players are far away from the power and superpower. Hawk could eye the black wave. Ex Machina is Bombbolt's only choice, and of course, as much it would be great right now to have it strike right there, it's simply not going possible. I highly doubt that's going to be charged up. Missile is up to 7 health, so maybe I'll shoot down a battlecopter. Nope, the battlecopter's within minimum range as well. And this one's outside of its range. Does shoot down the battlecopter with the anti-air. Battlecopter, triple infantry. Does strike the regular tank there. Medium tank will strike the anti-air. Keeping this bomber alive is actually important because after all, Black Web and Black Swarm gets some health restoration. Does take out good number of students here. Ex Machina is now available with that big conflict. Oh, pops a Black Wave. Okay, he pops a Black Wave right now. That's interesting. Does interrupt this capture at least. And the Black Bow can help prepare it up on the front line as well. Recon, infantry, battlecopter, and tank. Ex Machina was fired, and I'm pretty sure it struck around here. Though, yep, I have a good feeling it struck right here. And to be frank, saving Black Wave till after that would be probably a good idea. Probably have Black Storm at that point, just to get that health restoration. But right now, Hawk does have 159,000 in the field versus 90,000. Though this number will be called down a little bit once the turn updates. Yep, it did strike right here. He's at 148 versus 107 plus his day-to-day, so he still has a pretty good advantage. Meteor hits the battlecopter. Medium tank does hit infantry. Does shell the tank there. Tank and infantry. Couple captures there. Shells the medium tank of the artillery, which is always very nice. Another Black Wave could be popped relatively soon. And looks like he will manage to get this comm tower flipped. Does find the tank there. Mech can get a good strike on that tank. Here, infantry and infantry. Oh, and looks like Von Bolt does resign right there. Probably losing his comm tower. I'm not exactly sure. He is behind, don't get me wrong. But I don't think he was on game losing at this moment. But he was more likely to lose at this rate. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I'm going to end the stream a little bit early today. Right now, I'm just having a pretty sizable headache right now. I think it's because of like heat exhaustion right now due to how warm it is right now. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching. Have a good evening.